right, welcome back. Today's going to be a special announcement video. If you watch the pod, you already know I like to tie special moments to special things. And today we're celebrating my mom's birthday. Every year I try to do something very special in her memory. We've launched products in the past, books, we've done things with charity. Today, we are launching the firm of the future. This is going to be a back office solution for folks on the Bootstrapper.ai platform that provide B2B services, right? So this is all tied into the existing Bootstrapper.ai platform where you can sign up today. We're supporting thousands of business owners building hundreds of millions of dollars of equity under management. We're on track to do $1 billion of equity under management for this year, supporting folks building equity, unlocking capital, and exiting with ownership. This is a back-end feature functionality solution specific for B2B service providers. So if you are a B2B service provider, if you are selling a service to other small business owners, today's announcement, today's video is 100,000% for you. If that's not you, but you happen to know somebody, friends or family share it, because this is going to be the best possible way to set you up for success in this moment of time, right? Right now, we are going through this transformational shift in this age of AI, where folks have been doing things for the last 5, 10, 15, 20 plus years a very certain way. And right now, all of that is potentially changing. It's a paradigm shift moment. We're seeing a lot of B2B service companies becoming documentation of profit flows to become SaaSes, using proven profitable process to create software as a service and SaaSifying their service companies, to then building out these agentic solutions to be able to service folks through their SaaS. There's all of these transformational changes, and it feels like it's hard to keep up with because it's all happening so fast. And if you find yourself in this moment feeling a little bit of fear of, will I lose my business that I've been building for 5, 10, 15, 20 years? The answer is maybe, but the other reality of it on the other side of the table is where there's fear, there's probably opportunity as well if you look for it. And what we want to be able to do and position and present is a way for us to build an infrastructure that keeps you ahead of the curve, right? So we want to be able to be cutting edge at all times. We are trying to be ahead of all of these movements, and we're building a back office solution for service providers that puts you in a position where you don't have to, right? You don't have to worry about these things because we will. That's the firm of the future. Right now, what the firm of the future looks like is a way to steal everything that we've built already for ourselves and leverage it for your business where it is today without having to change anything. We've approached this based off of conversations with live customers. We've been in this space for a very, very long time. We've been service providers ourselves. A lot of bootstrappers start there. Many bootstrappers end there. But the reality is a lot of bootstrappers also go through this evolutionary change of starting with a service and then eventually productizing that service and then turning the productized service into a software. And now it's becoming agentic services through software, which is crazy. And who knows where it's going to be in a short period of time. It is quite literally happening in moments and seconds and minutes. Everything is changing. What we did was we sat down with existing service providers and we said, how is your firm running today? What are the constraints? Demand side constraints being like, how are you getting customers? How are you getting more customers? How are you getting more of the right customers, right? Supply side constraints being like, how are you servicing the customers you have? Or are you at a point where you literally can't take on any more customers, right? Most problems in the B2B service space can come down to demand constraints or supply constraints. And we wanted to sit down and understand both. And then we wanted to be able to build a very simple solution that supports folks with where they are. Right. So it's like skate to where the puck's going to be. Yes, but meet it where, you already are. In the solution that we built, we've already invested heavily to be able to support our own firm and our own business with the Bootstrapper.ai platform. The goal, the objective was to take what is a cost center and turn it into a revenue driver and just repurpose what we already know works for other folks that are doing similar things. And that's kind of the bones of how we approach this. From a starting point, we've invested in thousands of lead magnets, thousands of ways to be able to acquire net new customers, right? Ways to create value, to offer value, and then to convert that value into a potential customer or client. You can steal all of our lead magnets. You can white label them. You can click a referral link that allows you to attribute it back to your firm, and you can send it off. When somebody uses it and clicks it, it gets attributed back to you, but more importantly, it gets added to your CRM system, your internal dashboard, so that you can see all of the data of new customers and clients that you can acquire, stealing and using our assessments, our calculators, our white papers, our templates, our tools, everything that we've been able to build, you can give out for free. And then you can actually see folks using it and they become leads in your system so that you can build meaningful clients and meaningful relationships with your clients. When somebody comes in, the thing that we wanted to be able to focus on is how you build a relationship fast, because we know that in the SMB space, relationships matter. Relationships are pretty much the only thing that doesn't scale, right? You want to be intentional, and having data and insight so that you can be intentional into the conversation matters. We've designed the system so that you can actually have a really in-depth view of every single lead that's coming in, so that when you have your first call or your first conversation or you're doing your follow-up, you're doing so with data and insights to make it easy and valuable and well-positioned so that you can close more business and deliver more value in a way that fits your model. So you can get leads, you can convert leads and work leads and build relationships with leads. And if you have relationships already, you can also tap into our pre-built revenue models, because inside of the Bootstrapper.ai platform, we've already designed a number of ways for users to come in and become customers and clients of the platform itself, which generates revenue because we solve problems, real problems. So things like the simple solution of the software in the first place, right? Folks come in, they adopt the software, they get into the ownable methodology, they start running an ownable business, which really just means adopting the software to run a weekly retrospective. Everything starts with a simple thing of one weekly retrospective, where you're literally mapping your financial engine, the money in, the money out, the cash on hand, the metrics that matter, the targets of your profit engine, like how you're acquiring customers, metrics of your value engine, making sure like you have right people doing the right thing, that things are either green or they're yellow, because if they're red, that means that somebody's shown up without a plan of how to turn it green. Like just a simple cadence of accountability to run a business, which is stuff that you should be doing regardless, right? So our core software is just super simple. It's the things that just go into running an ownable business, keeping it dead simple, just doing it week after week after week, because consistency is key. This is the type of stuff that a lot of folks, reality is just don't do, but everyone should. And you know, a number of folks that do happen to do in like a Google Sheet or something. The reality is you might as well do it here, which is essentially why we built the software the way we did, to make it dead simple for you to just do this one thing a week with a reward mechanism. And in our system with our software, the reward mechanism is when you close out and run your retrospective, not only are you like measuring what matters in your business and you know what's going on, but it actually pushes it through the AI and it gives you a risk and readiness. So it's showing you like what's good and what's bad. And then it's giving you a valuation of your business. And it's saying like, based off of this data, this is what your business is actually worth. And if you did these certain things, it would be worth more. So like week over week, you can benchmark the value and equity that you're building in your business in like the simplest possible cadence possible to actually deliver consistently. That data is being captured in the system. And again, you should be doing this regardless. If you're doing it in Google Sheet, it's staying in a Google Sheet. If you do it on Bootstrapper.ai, it's in Bootstrapper.ai, and then you can automatically create an exit readiness room, which is like a deal or data room. And you can leverage this data that you're otherwise just losing to be stored and captured in one place to make it dead simple to go and unlock capital. So on platform, we bring on vetted, qualified, good definition of good capital partners, folks that provide owner-friendly capital to our market. And in a single application, you can apply for capital through all these capital partners. We've simplified that process, which is like not a great process typically to have to go through. We've simplified it because everything's in the system. So a lot of the blocking and tackling is already done for you. Dead simple to unlock capital as long as you're building equity with us. Same goes for exiting with ownership. So we have an integrated exit marketplace, like a business brokerage marketplace where you can buy and sell companies. Again, all that data is there. So if you ever want to sell your business, it's super simple, like a click of a button to list your business for sale. And to go through the entire deal process is dead simple. It's probably the simplest and easiest exit you could ever have because it's all in one simple place. That's what we built on the front end. That's how we're supporting hundreds of millions of dollars of equity being built and managed on platform every single day. We're trending towards $1 billion of equity under management for 2026, right? That's the core, that's the front end. If you set up your firm of the future, you're building on the back end of that, which means that your clients and your customers can also get access to that. And you, as their advisor or their service partner, can leverage access to that system to be able to build a more meaningful relationship. It is like literally a turnkey advisory business built in to just the platform adoption itself. If you go through and you partner with the Institute of Long-Term Equity Management, which is our partner for credentialing for long-term equity management industry, we're a preferred partner with them. If you go through and you're credentialed, you can also unlock the long-term equity management components of the platform, which means that you can work with folks through that whole capital origination process, the application process, helping your clients close, as well as exits and listings. So it's really a really complete long-term equity management solution, which is who we've built it for, because that's what we also do as a firm with Bootstrapper Capital and LTM.xyz. And that's who we've built this system to be able to complement as an industry. What we decided to do is carve out all of this feature functionality, lock down some of it. If you're not credentialed, you can't get access to it. But the things that we can provide access to, we wanted to open up through this firm of the future launch. So if you're providing a B2B service, if you are a B2B service partner, it is probably the best possible infrastructure in market right now for you to be able to build your firm on. You're going to be able to get your clients all of the value of the front end, and then you're going to literally build a better business that's going to take care of a lot of the blocking and tackling, probably the stuff you don't want to do in the first place. And you're going to allow us to invest in the things at scale that happen to move your business forward, such as, again, the lead magnets that you could just steal and use, right? Building out the technology and adopting the different components in terms of staying ahead of the curve with the AI, being able to figure out how to take friction out of your process and create more insights and data so you can build better relationships. And again, all of this is tied in to the inbuilt revenue streams. So if you happen to want to bolt on and offer new additional incremental revenue streams to your clients, you just go into the marketplace functionality. You can steal any of the referral links tied to any of the service offerings in which we monetize in platform. And as long as you're set up, you're verified and you're validated on the platform as one of the service providers with a firm of the future, you can quite literally take your link, share your link to your clients. As you're using the lead magnets, the clients again are being attributed back to you. It's how they end up in your CRM system. If they ever purchase anything in platform, you get paid on that. You get credited for it, and you'll get an affiliate revenue share back for that. So it is quite literally a built-in recurring incremental revenue stream as well for probably things that you don't want to do. Right? This is all like the blocking and tackling stuff, the boring stuff that goes into building long-term equity management. We've built a lot of these systems and services in platform. We're adopting agentic workflows, but there's always a human in the loop so that we can provide quality at scale. Because like this blocking and tackling is what just supports somebody in terms of a business owner adopting, building an ownable business, actually building durable and transferable value in their business that they can one day sell, exit with ownership on. So we already do this stuff. We open it up so that you can also make money with it too, right? Monetize together, build better together. That's what this is all about. It's all about opening up this infrastructure so that B2B service partners can build better together. We can build a better ecosystem. This becomes software plus services. We're going to be able to build a better AI algorithm matching component so that we can match the right business owners with the right service partners at scale better based off of real data. That's probably where we're going to be going with this whole model. And at the end of the day, selfishly, we're building a very large footprint that at the end of the day is just going to scale the total equity under management on platform. And yes, we are on track for $1 billion in bootstrapped equity built and tracked on platform for this year. But, and the pod is bootstrapping to billions, keyword being billions, right? The S at the end. Like this is the footprint. This is the path. This is a plan that we can go from 1 billion to like 100 billion plus, while just creating a win-win-win level of value for everybody involved, building a better ecosystem as we build better together. If this sounds at all interesting to you, if you want to take advantage of it, if you want to be an early adopter of it, we're going to be selective with who we take on. We built out a really, really good fellowship program that supports adoption, early adoption and onboarding, because we just know doing this, that it's not about like the features and functionalities you can build. It's about the end user adoption that people use to actually get to value fast. So we've built out this fellowship program. We're going to quite literally do hand holding for folks to be able to onboard their firm into it. You don't have to offboard from what you're already using. Like this isn't a rip and replace. This is like a stand up alongside and get 5 clients and figure out that this thing works and it's better, and then slowly move on over, because we're making it hyper affordable. This is going to be probably the most affordable solution in market. It's going to be the most probably simple to use solution in market. And it's going to be the most value and mission aligned solution in market. If you want to partner with that, there's a link in the description. Take action. If you're seeing this on a landing page for whatever reason, take action. This is the call to action. Take action now. We're going to be slowly bringing folks on. It's going to be a first come, first serve in terms of application review. We're going to look for folks that we feel like are going to be the best possible fits for this fellowship program. The fellowship program is all about adoption. We designed it to get to clients. So you're actually using the software and the system and the academy that we've built, which are quite literally like really well-designed boot camp workflows to be able to actually deploy these different things so that you can get customers, convert customers to clients, get leads, convert them to customers and clients, and then build meaningful relationships and capture more value over time as you build your firm of the future. See you on the other side. Till then, trust the process, commit to the journey.
Keep it simple. I feel nauseous, believe me. Never had a lot of shit come easy. Had to work hard, struggle just to be me. Had to rise up just so they could see me. Did what I had to do just to feed me. And what was left over I put towards my dreaming. But the only thing in life that has meaning are the things you gotta work for, believe me. Take into your hands a plan. Your own hands can land your own brand. And damn, I feel like no one takes accountability. They want the credibility, convincingly unwilling to put in the hours it takes to get some power. Don't be fucking sour. Take a cold shower. Scream until you're louder. Work until you're prouder. And
you gotta have that grit, that hustle to make it in this city. Never give up.